Good evening and welcome to the Tennessee Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that's happening this evening, and all are being recorded and will be available within a few days at stridescan.com/Tennessee. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters, and we'll begin this evening with Fort Valley State University.
Good evening, everyone. I am Adasia Wheeler, the lead admissions counselor for Fort Valley State University, serving in Southwest and Middle Georgia and the state of Alabama. Here are my colleagues. We have Ms. Jemiah Cox, who's the regional enrollment coordinator. She serves in Northwest Georgia and North and South Carolina. Mr. Trevion Burks, who serves in Northeast and Southeast Georgia and the state of Florida. I hope that during this time, everyone is continuing to stay safe and use the necessary CDC standard precautions. FVSU has the second largest campus in the state of Georgia in terms of acreage, second only to UGA. Our academic facilities, residential halls, research spaces, and athletic venues mirror those at much larger schools. Our basketball arena, for example, seats 5,000 people and is the largest in Middle Georgia. Fort Valley is about as centrally located as you can get. 15 minutes from Warner Robins, Georgia, 25 minutes from Macon, Georgia, and 2 hours from Atlanta and Valdosta. We like to say that we have majors from A to V, from accounting to visual and performing arts. Many of our programs are known for their ability to produce graduates who go on to do incredible things in their careers. So we offer three colleges: the College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest college, the College of Agriculture, Family Sciences, and Technology, and the College of Education and Professional Studies. Our main residential halls feature student apartments where each student has their own bedroom, a private or two-person bathroom, and lives in a 2, 3, or 4-bedroom suite with a kitchen and a living room. It is the perfect way to get the best of the college dorm experience while still having your own personal space. There are plenty of opportunities for you to lead on our campus as well, or just participate in something you love doing. More than 60 clubs and organizations are waiting for you to join, from Student Government Association to Class King and Queen, to the fraternities and sororities, and to the Blue Machine Marching Band. We are home of the 2017 Division II SIAC Conference Football Champions and other high performing athletic teams, including men and women's basketball, men and women's track and field, men and women's tennis, women's softball, women's volleyball, and co ed cheerleading. Our admission requirements are now test optional. You must have a high school GPA based on the CBC requirements of a 2.25 with a satisfactory of SAT or ACT test scores, or a 2.4 without consideration of ACT or ACT test scores. For the SAT, you must have a minimum 480 on evidence-based reading and writing and minimum 440 on math. For ACT, you must have a minimum 17 on English or reading and minimum 17 on math. Applying is simple as 1, 2, 3. Visit fesu.edu, our website, and fill out a free application for admission online. Have your official SAT or ACT test scores sent to us, and have your official transcript sent to our office by your high school counselor. For more information, call 478-825-6520 or email us at admissions@fesu.edu. And this is my personal information on the screen that you see now. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you so much. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from St. Leo University.
Awesome, thank you so much, Owen. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Awesome, well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your afternoon and evening to learn about all these great institutions. Today, I am representing St. Leo University, which is located down in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you're looking to get out of that little chillier weather, definitely feel free to take a visit down to Florida. We are excited to have you. My name is Connor Schaefer. I'm the Senior Assistant Director here for our undergraduate office at St. Leo. I'm also a proud alumni of St. Leo University for my undergraduate and graduate program. Actually did go to St. Leo, as you can see on the screen, from the Northeast. So if anyone watching today is considering going out of state for college, I definitely was in your shoes not that long ago. So definitely feel free to reach out. My contact information is at the bottom of the screen if you ever have any questions. So, what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we actually are the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're the second largest Catholic institution in the country based on our enrollment, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you visit campus tomorrow, you are going to say, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on main campus in Tampa Bay, and you are 100% right. So here on main campus, we have roughly about 3,000 students representing over 100 countries and 44 different states. The rest of our student population are made up of our 15 different educational centers throughout the United States and our online program as well. The cool thing about St. Leo and our unique size is that on main campus, you're going to have that small classroom environment where it's only a 14 to 1 faculty, or I should say student faculty ratio. So you're never going to have a class over 25 people. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have the networking and resources that you might receive at a larger institution. If you are worried or your family's worried about you going out of state for school or a couple hundred miles away, don't worry. St. Leo actually is the safest campus in the state of Florida, and we're ranked number 7 in the nation for safety overall. We're actually also currently ranked number 4 in the South for best value. So, you know, you're going to get a great education out of your investment. It's a really easy process to apply. So we actually are on the common application, or you can apply for free on our website. And we are test optional. We've been test optional. So if any freshmen, sophomores, or juniors watching this presentation, do not worry. We will still be test optional when you decide to apply to St. Leo. We do have a wide variety of programs, over 50 different academic programs. Some popular ones are criminal justice, our biologies, education, sports business. Also, our medical field, we are thriving. So this past year, we actually did add our health education and health promotions. And this year, we're super excited to announce we are launching our BS in nursing as well. I always said as a student, if you are bored on campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. So we are located about 30 minutes north from downtown Tampa and about an hour west from Orlando. So you're going to hit two pretty awesome cities no matter which direction you go. For students that do want to embrace their faith a little bit more, we do have a campus ministry and daily mass. We are NCAA Division II recognized. We have over 22 different athletic programs and have one of the top overall Division II athletic programs in the country. So I highly recommend, if you're looking to be a student athlete, to fill out a recruiter form on our website. There are over 70 different clubs and organizations to get involved with through Greek Life, our esports program, intramurals, excuse me. The list goes on and on. One thing that really excited me, especially coming from out of state, was the off campus trips. So St. Leo will sponsor trips anywhere from going to the local shopping center or Walmart. But we also like to bring our students to places like Disney World, Universal. If you're a sports fan, we'll bring students to Tampa Bay Rays games, the Lightning, and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who we are proud to be the exclusive educational partnership to them since they just won the Super Bowl. It's an exciting time to be in the Tampa Bay area. We also have things like concerts, monthly bingo. We are a residential campus with over 14 different residential halls, and we have been noted as having some of the top 10 nicest residence halls in the country, where you can actually see one of our fish tanks that was on the show tanked on Animal Planet. So definitely a cool building to live in. I always said it's not St. Leo if there's not something new happening on campus. So this past year, we did open our Benedict's Coffee House that serves Starbucks products. And at the right bottom side of your screen, you can see our brand new wellness center that will be opening this fall. A fun fact about this building, if you thought you were already going to a school in Florida where it was going to be a resort for college, this facility is going to make it even feel like that even more. So the infinity pool will actually be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. So all your friends from Tennessee will definitely be jealous when you're Snapchatting them from the pool side. Again, here is my contact information. If you have any questions that you don't get answered in the Q&A today, or you're just curious or think of something down the line, definitely feel free to reach out. St. Leo is open for tours every day during the week, and we also have a virtual tour on our website. We will be planning on being 100% open this fall, so if you're looking to have that Florida lifestyle experience, definitely come down and visit us at St. Leo University. Thank you again, everyone, for taking some time out of your evening, and I hope you all have a great night.
Great. Thank you so much, Connor. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from Agnes Scott College.
All right, thank you, Owen. I'm very excited.
And Rachel, unfortunately, we are having an issue hearing you. It sounds as though the internet connection may be.
Here with all of you tonight to talk about Agnes Scott College. My name is Rachel West. I'm an Associate Director of Admission at Agnes Scott. If you have not heard of Agnes, Decatur, Georgia, which is about 15 minutes. Okay, let me see if I can turn off my video and see if that helps a little bit. Maybe.
Yes, it did improve a little bit. Thank you.
All right. So I hope you can hear me now. So as we
Unfortunately, it appears the issue is continuing. All right, I apologize for that, everyone. Hopefully they are able to straighten out their internet, but we will transition to our next presentation, which comes to us from Stetson University.
All right, hello everybody. I'm sorry to have seen that with Rachel. That was unfortunate. So hopefully they're able to get that stuff sorted out soon. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Perfect. Okay. So hello, my name is Brett Whitmore. I'm part of the admissions staff at Stetson University. We're located in DeLand, Florida, which is situated sort of right between Daytona Beach and Orlando, Florida, which really helps with access to those more exciting themes in that direction. So definitely lots of opportunity to explore the local area and that sort of thing too. But to focus on Stetson itself, we have about 3,150 undergraduate students, about 1,200 of our students in the graduate and professional programs. And traditionally, we have about 2/3 of our students living on campus. We currently represent students from 47 different states, 64 different countries, and 4 territories. So this is absolutely kind of academic program where you'll surround yourself with people who have different perspectives than you insofar as what it is you want to study. So jumping right into that, one of our core values here is intellectual development, right? Most important thing, going to school, developing your education, that sort of thing, right? So at Stetson, we can boast a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So this is absolutely the kind of academic program where you'll get to know your faculty members very well. These are the kind of people who will work with you inside and outside the classroom. The average class size at Stetson is about 20 students. For context, I graduated from Stetson in 2018. The largest class I was ever in had 24 students in it, and the smallest class I was ever in had 4 students in it. And that class class was called Scandals and Sleaze, a history of crime and criminality in Latin America, which sounds like a lot of fun, and it definitely was. But it's also what we call a research intensive program, which meant if we wanted to get out of that class with an A, we need to be producing published quality work, which was not an arbitrary measure. I actually did get published 4 times in my time at Stetson. So the opportunities in the classroom are, real, tangible, approachable things for you to take advantage of. We're also a Phi Beta Kappa accredited institution, which means we're a top 10% school in the United States for academics, top 20% on the planet. So we're really excited to continue seeing the strength of our student body and our academics here as well. Now, we're a university, which means we're comprised of different colleges and schools. We actually have 106 different academic areas of study, the newest one being food studies with Dr. Kimberly Ryder and Sarah Kramer, which is like sustainability and food cultural system studies and that kind of thing too. So we have our College of Arts and Sciences, School of Business Administration, our law school. We actually have the #1 law school in the United States for trial advocacy, which is a distinction we've been holding for 17 of the last 23 years. So pretty much the entire time most of you students have been alive. We also have a full classical school of music as well. And I'd be happy to get you connected with Arthur Tran, who works with all of our music students at Stetson, if that's something that you're interested in as well. But if we somehow are unable to accommodate whatever it is you want to study, if you have something really specific in mind, you actually have the propensity to build your own major at Stetson through our University Honors Program. I actually work with all of our honors program students myself, so please reach out to me individually about that, right? But when people are talking about the college experiences, they say it's the best 4 years of your life, and it's a lot of pressure to have that much fun and have that exciting of an experience when it comes to school. But when people are talking about it, so rarely are they referring to studying and homework in classes and classrooms, right? It's about the things that you get involved in. It's about the stuff that you do with the people that you interact with. So at Stetson, we actually have 140 different student clubs and organizations. We have everything from things that are a little more relaxed, like a meditation club, nerd culture society, video game esports club, hammock club is a really big deal at Stetson. We have things that are a little more educational, a little more traditional, like we have one of the largest mock senates in the United States for a school our size. We have Uncouth, which is like a live poetry, music, slam, snaps kind of thing. We have things that are a little more high octane, like we have a scuba diving organization called Hatters Down Under. We have a skydiving club at Stetson. It's actually the DeLand, Florida, where we're located, is actually the skydiving and hot air balloon capital of the entire world, something to do with centripetal vorticity and ocean current physics and that kind of thing. But we have students who jump out of planes all the time, which you can definitely do, and I won't join you, but you have that option, right? We have about 25% of our students who are involved in Greek life, and we're also, we have 7 different fraternities and 7 different sororities, part of the Eastern Panhellenic Council, which basically means we're very good fraternities and sororities as well. So that's definitely, that Greek life aspect is absolutely within reach for you too. And we have 17 Division I athletic programs here at Stetson. So even though we're a smaller school, 3,000 students, you'll still see us competing against UF, UCF, Notre Dame. Our women's volleyball team beat USC before the pandemic. They were the #1 seed in the nation at the time. That was really exciting too. So there's a lot of opportunities in that direction as well, right? So there's a lot of stuff to do on campus, off campus, around the community, and all over the world. We actually guarantee study abroad programs. My webcam turned on, that's okay. So we actually guarantee continued study abroad programs for all of our students. It's not something that you have to do, but we offer continued study abroad experiences on every continent except for Antarctica. But if you wanted to go to Antarctica, I'm sure you could, because just like our academic programs and indeed our student clubs and organizations, you can build your own study abroad programs in Stetson, which is really neat. So I know students who've done archaeological digs in Menorca and Dubai. I know people who have done our business trip in Innsbruck, Austria, which goes to up to 16, 17 different countries. I know people who are invested in the Great Barrier Reef restoration in Australia and everything in between. I've met students who were asked to study abroad 17 times. It doesn't mean it's something that you have to do, but it's something that you certainly should do. And it's actually something that we guarantee, right? Like lots of schools, when you're talking about your opportunities, you talk about things that you can do as opposed to things that you will do, right? So it's something we guarantee the opportunity to study abroad. It's part of our promise. You can graduate in 4 years or less. You'll have internships and faculty research within your field. Essentially, all of our students complete master's level senior research projects here, which contributes to our 93% now post-graduation success rate. This information is about 2 years old at this point, but 93% post-graduation success rate, which means our students are going to the jobs, graduate professional programs they want to be in 93% of the time. And for context, the national average is 54%. So we're absolutely thrilled insofar as how well our our students are doing here as well. And we actually are offering in-person campus visit experiences too. So feel free to come and visit us in Florida. And we also have all sorts of different virtual events going on throughout the year as well. And I know we have to get on to the next presenter, but this is my contact information. You can always reach me here too. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Great, thank you so much. I believe Rachel has rejoined us, and so up next we will have Agnes Scott College.
Yes, I'm very sorry that I dropped off. I'm hopeful that it works this time. Owen, am I actually able to be heard?
Yes, it sounds much better.
Okay, excellent. We'll try again. That's the only thing we can do. And at risk of boring you, my name is Rachel West. I'm an Associate Director of Admission at Agnes Scott College. I am very excited to talk to you about Agnes Scott. Agnes Scott is an inclusive women's college and a liberal arts college located right outside of Atlanta, Georgia in Decatur, which is a 15-minute drive away from downtown Atlanta. So to give you a little bit more context about who we are a fairly small institution. We have just under 1,100 students on campus. You can see some of their beautiful faces up on screen. Those students come from 42 states and 17 countries. 63% of them identify as students of color or BIPOC, and a third of our students identify as first-generation college students. So we have a really great group of students that you can find yourself. And you will be with a lot of people who look very much like you and a lot of people who look very different from you. So I always like to talk about the mission of Agnes Scott, which is to educate women to think deeply, live honorably, and engage in the intellectual and social challenges of our times. One of the reasons I really like to talk about this is because it's our history. Agnes Scott was founded to give education to a group that did not have educational opportunities in our area at the time. And it is our future. We continue to make sure that we are educating women and gender minorities to the fullest extent to be change agents in our global society. One of the ways that we do that is through Summit. Summit is our 4-year hands-on program that all of our students take part in that really focuses in on key concepts of leadership development, global learning, and career exploration to make sure that all of our students are set up for professional success and social and intellectual mobility as they move forward. That includes steps like our leadership development classes that all of our students take in their first year, as well as our global journeys classes that all happen in the first year, which in non-COVID times include a 7 to 9 day trip to the place that students are learning about, fully funded by donors. So to locations like Milan, Ghana, Martinique, Iceland, lots of cool locations for students. And that's just in that first year. There are definitely more study abroad possibilities as students move forward. I cannot explain all of Summit in 6 minutes. So if you are interested in hearing about Summit, definitely drop a question down in the Q&A. We have 34 majors and 31 minors that students can choose between, as well as 3 dual degree programs in nursing and computer science with our friends at Emory University and in engineering with our friends at Georgia Tech, as well as 6 graduate programs. Our most popular major programs are psychology, public health, neuroscience, business management. So a lot of opportunities. You also have the opportunity, should you choose to do so, to double major, major minor, whatever makes sense to you. We are a liberal arts college and we encourage you to explore multiple interests in any way possible. We also have a number of different master's pathways. We have a 97% graduate school acceptance rate that does include medical and law school admissions. Very quick information about admission and financial aid. If you are a junior, we would love to have you join us for our Just for Juniors event happening this Saturday, which is a virtual open house where you'll get to hear about Summit, talk to current students and faculty, as well as get a workshop on application and essays. If that's something that's interesting to you, agnescott.edu/visit. We are also still accepting, if we have any seniors on the call, a very limited number of applications for this year. Please let me know in the chat or Q&A so that I can get in touch with you because we need to get your application in the next few days. So a couple of fast facts about our application. We are common application exclusive. We do not have an application fee for domestic, undocumented, or DACA students. And we are a test optional institution. You can choose whether you want to send in test scores, do an interview, or send in a writing sample. We've been test optional for over 10 years. That's not going to change. We have multiple scholarships that you can be received just by applying to the college. You don't have to fill anything else out, ranging from $18,000 to $25,000. We have one special scholarship called the Trailblazer Scholarship. If you have a 3.75 GPA as reported by your high school and you're admitted to Agnes Scott, then you know you will receive the Trailblazer Scholarship, which is $25,000 for all 4 years that you're at Agnes Scott. And then if you want to take a picture of this screen, this is going to give you our contact information as well as a link to our visit page so you can see all of our visit opportunities. We do have on-campus self-guided tours. We will soon have on-campus guided tours as well as virtual tours and numerous virtual workshops and information sessions that you can join us for. Thank you so much for bearing with me through technical issues, and drop any questions that you have for me down in the chat or the Q&A. Thanks so much.
Great, thank you so much, Rachel. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from Kennesaw State University.
Oh, there we go. My name's Adam Calhoun. I'm with Kennesaw State University. We're located right north of Atlanta there in Cobb County, Georgia. If you've been to the Atlanta area going south on 75 into Atlanta, you will go through Cobb County there. So we're only about 20 miles north of the downtown area. But just some quick information here about us. We did top over 41,000 students this last semester, making us the second largest school in the state of Georgia. I know the largest school in the state of Georgia is probably coming up next behind me here with Georgia State, but I think we've had some incredible growth with our academic programs. We're continuing to add more student organizations as well, even though things have been pretty crazy in the last, I would say 24 months in terms of everything with COVID-19, but we've done a great job of adjusting and adding even more opportunities. We even added an esports team, which I think speaks to really KSU and our student-centered focus. And I think that shows with all of these numbers here, whether it be our 21-to-1 student to faculty ratio, whether it be our different sport team opportunities and the atmosphere we create with that, and the success they produce for our institution, or again, just stuff you can do on campus, whether it be through our incredible dining facilities and incredible campuses, or really anything you have as a student. I can say as an alumni, one of the best things is really the quality of everything on our campuses, whether it be through the academics, through stuff you get to do outside the classroom with your friends, or even our food. As you can see there, top 10 ranked dining facility on Kennesaw's campus. I definitely recommend, if you're in the Cobb County area, to pay us a visit. Definitely the best place to eat anywhere. Sorry there. So as far as the campuses go, we do have kind of a split campus set up here at Kennesaw State. So we have a main campus in Kennesaw, which houses our general majors, as you can see there, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to go into anything business related, or if you want to go into your more traditional subjects like anything like history, anything in the arts, anything based in like nursing or exercise science as well. All of those will be based on our Kennesaw campus. We have an incredible group of programs there. We even have our museum, as well as our performing arts halls on the Kennesaw campus. And another great thing about being a KSU student, all of those events are free for you to go to. So whether it be a football game or one of our arts events through our museum on our Kennesaw campus, it's free to go to. So free is always better in my opinion, especially when it's such great stuff like that, and the great programs in the arts as well as our athletics that we have. So really fun stuff. That I definitely can recommend for anybody that is going to be a KSU owl. But really great stuff on our Kennesaw campus, and then our Marietta campus, which has all the same, I want to say, features as our Kennesaw campus, just 10 minutes down the road on 75 as well. And they're going to hold all our STEM majors, all our STEM programs, and they do an incredible job, whether it be architecture with the only fully accredited bachelor's program in the state of Georgia in architecture, or anything kind of cybersecurity, computing based. As you can see there, all these different colleges that we have are going to have some sort of roots in anything STEM related. And they do an incredible job working with the city of Atlanta and the different groups that are based there to get you those opportunities. And they do an incredible job of helping you find those opportunities both in Atlanta and abroad, which especially when you think about engineering, those opportunities are really, really awesome and always growing. So definitely something to look into. If you are interested in Kennesaw State, and especially if you're interested in STEM programs, they do a great job there across the board. But as far as our admissions process goes, I definitely recommend going to our website. So no matter how much I can speak on anything, I definitely recommend you go there and kind of follow up a little bit more on if you're looking for a specific program or kind of looking how things look. Our website, there's a great resource for you. We will need your official transcripts from your school, your high school, or if you took some college courses as well in high school, we will need those too, as well as test scores if you have them. So whether it be AP test scores or anything like the SAT or ACT, if you've taken those, I definitely recommend sending those in. Thankfully for fall 2021, we're not going to require the SAT or ACT as long as you have a core subject GPA of 2.6 or higher. So what I mean by that is we're going to count math, science, English, social studies, and then foreign language in that. So as long as you have in those subjects a 2.6 or higher, we're not going to require any test scores for 2021, whether you're coming in the summer or fall. But if you have below that 2.6 number, or at this time, if you're coming in 2022, we will need those test scores as you can see them there below, 500 for reading and writing for SAT, and then 490 for math, and then 18 for both reading as well as math on the ACT. So as far as deadlines go, we're going to run up to the summer one shortly here, May 1st, and then our final deadline for fall is June 1st. And a great thing about this for anybody who's a junior, all of these dates roll over to the next year. So the priority deadline for the incoming seniors for this upcoming fall, your priority deadline is going to be that November 2nd date, 2021, if that makes sense. And all those other years will be updated as well for those dates. But again, all the same. But we do have an opportunity to tour us in person, which I definitely recommend. As I mentioned, we have some incredible food. And of course, the city of Atlanta is so awesome. I know we have a couple other representatives from the city of Atlanta on here as well. So really, really awesome opportunity to get to see Atlanta, but also some great schools. And I certainly could say that about KSU, our campus there. And I definitely recommend checking us out virtually, if not in person. But here you can see and take a screenshot of all our information here to reach us by phone, by email, as well as you can come and see us in person. We are in person too, if needed.
Great. Thank you so much, Adam. Just a reminder that we should have time for Q&A at the conclusion of our presentations, but we do have one more remaining, and that comes to us from Georgia State University.
Thank you, Owen. I'm just going to switch over to the presentation. All right, so good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Peter Vleck, and welcome to Georgia State University. Georgia State is the largest university in Georgia with over 50,000 students spread across our 6 campuses. About 30,000 students are at our main campus in downtown Atlanta, and the rest are spread across our 5 perimeter college campuses, which I will talk more about in a little bit. Despite our size, we do maintain a student to faculty ratio of about 25:1, so you will still have the opportunity for more intimate learning experience where you can interact directly with your professors. We are the most diverse university in Georgia. We're proud to serve students from each county in the state, each state in the US, and over 170 different countries around the world. We were recently ranked #1 for the 2nd year in a row out of all public universities in the US for the quality of our undergraduate education. So no matter what you choose to pursue, you know that you're going to get a great education here. Comprised of 11 different schools and colleges, Georgia State offers more than 250 different degree granting programs, ranging from associate's and bachelor's degrees on the undergraduate side to a range of terminal and graduate degrees in more than 100 different fields of study. A few of our standout programs include our College of the Arts, where our students interested in art and media are able to tap into the vibrant creative culture of the city, as well as the burgeoning film and music industries located right here in Atlanta. Another major draw is the Robinson College of Business, which is not only a top-tier business school, but it also feeds many graduates into the major companies that make up the Atlanta business community. And Atlanta really is one of the major hubs of business in the country. Additionally, we have our Honors College, which is a competitive and selective program which offers select students many perks. These include priority registration and some other great little things. And it provides a great mixture of the benefits of a small college experience while still having access to the full resources of a major public university. In addition to our downtown campus, Georgia State has 5 more campuses around the Atlanta area that make up Georgia State University Perimeter College. Perimeter College offers our students more flexibility while still getting the same great education, all of which comes at a fraction of the price, with tuition at Perimeter College being roughly 1/3 of the price of the Atlanta campus. Perimeter College offers associate's degrees and certificate-based programs, as well as an easy pathway for students to transition to the Atlanta campus to finish off a bachelor's degree. Our location and our resources allow us to offer students almost unparalleled opportunities in their education, especially when it comes to networking and opportunities for jobs and internships. For students interested in the world at large, we're proud to offer more than 70 different study abroad programs in 45 countries. These range from trips as short as 1 week up to full year-long programs. So hopefully you'll be able to find something that fits your interests and your how comfortable you are with international travel. Community is one of the most important parts of the college experience, and hopefully you will love the community here at Georgia State. With more than 400 different student organizations, I believe it's actually up to 500 now, including 31 Greek fraternities and sororities, as well as professional, cultural, special interest, and social organizations, getting involved is really easy. These organizations provide a great way for you to meet students with interests or backgrounds similar to your own. Another big aspect of the community here are our athletic program, where we compete in the Division I Sun Belt Conference. All students get free tickets to all home sporting events, so these are a great way to get some free entertainment and to support your school. Georgia State currently has 5 on-campus residence halls, 3 of which are freshmen only. I know these are very important for out-of-state students. First-year students are not required to live on campus, but it is available for students who are interested in that traditional college experience, and I know it makes it a lot easier coming out of state to have on-campus housing. All 3 of our freshman dorms have dining halls, one of which is open 24 hours a day during the week. Now let's go ahead and talk about admissions. So the middle 50% admitted to the Atlanta campus last year had between a 3.3 and a 3.86 GPA, a 1060 to 1250 SAT, or a 21 to 28 ACT. Meanwhile, the average student admitted to the Honors College, which I mentioned earlier, had about a 3.91 GPA, a 1380 SAT, or a 31 ACT. Due to COVID, we are currently test optional, so you do not need to submit testing scores in order to be considered for admission. However, this could change in the future. For admission to the Atlanta campus, we typically look for at least a 3.0 GPA, but we do have some flexibility in that. When talking about GPA, one last thing to note is that we only consider the core GPA, which is made up of your English, math, natural science, social science, and foreign language classes. Because of this, the GPA on your transcript is going to be a little bit different than what we use in admissions. For any juniors, please pay attention to the priority deadline next fall. We have a number of scholarships that you will automatically be considered for as long as you apply and submit your transcripts by that date. We have extended our application deadline this spring to May 1st, just to give students as much time as possible to apply. So go ahead and take advantage of that if you're still kind of wavering. And if you have any more questions about Georgia State, please feel free to reach out to us at admissions@gsu.edu. That concludes things for me.
Great. Thank you so much, Peter. We do have a few moments remaining in tonight's webinar, and so we do want to kind of ask some questions, and we'll bring all of our presenters back and do so in the order of our initial presentations. And so one question that is commonly asked of prospective students is what a particular tradition or event that you have on your campuses and something that they should kind of look forward to. And it does appear Fort Valley State did get kicked out of the webinar, so we'll begin with Connor and St. Leo.
Oh gosh. So I would say something that I always admired as a student, who doesn't like food? So with over 100 countries represented in our student population, we do International Food Night once a year, which is really cool because our international students will bring foods that are more accustomed to their home country. So it's kind of cool to get a different taste of what foods are like around the world that your peers might have more as a norm in their country.
I think I was originally next, so I'll go. So at Agnes Scott, my favorite tradition is what we call ringing the bell, which is something that our seniors do when they receive a job offer or graduate school placement. They go to our oldest building on campus, Agnes Scott Hall, go up into the bell tower and are able to ring the massive bell and write their names on the wall. You can hear the bell all over campus and all over Decatur. And it's sort of a very, audible way of us celebrating our students' accomplishments. And then in April, right about now, we get emails of every student and where they're going. And that is my favorite time of year, is when we're seeing all of these students' successes.
It's always hard to pick one. I think for me personally, my favorite tradition we have at Stetson University is called Stetson Showcase, which is when we have, all of our students who have decided to conduct some research have the opportunity to broadcast that, to meet with faculty from our university and from other universities, and to really just show off the tremendous things that they've been able to accomplish, whether that's going abroad and doing some large scale research, to publishing a novel, to doing artistic work, to a solo piano recital. Like it's just really a fantastic day where we close classes and just let people sort of experience everything that their colleagues have been up to.
So I think for KSU, I mean, I'm a huge free food fan. So every first week of a freshman class coming in the fall, we'll always give out free desserts. So we haven't been doing that this past year, but hopefully we can return to this, where the first week we give out all sorts of cool things, whether it be free cake on campus. Our president actually gives out free cake. I'm never there early enough to get a piece, but really awesome to go and see all the organizations that are represented that students can see and join, all the resources available to students as well throughout the week. Go out on our campus green and campus green spaces and showcase kind of what KSU has to offer for incoming freshmen. So I think that's a really awesome thing that we do.
All right, so mine's kind of similar to Connor's with the international angle. I studied abroad and then taught abroad for 4 years before moving into admissions. So I love everything international. And Georgia State has, as part of our international week, we have a flag parade where all of our international students are invited to come out. They wear traditional clothing from where they're from, and they carry their flags, and they shut down a couple blocks of downtown Atlanta, and then just have this parade. And then there's a huge party for we're hosted by the international students and the international student services, which I think is really cool.
Great. Thank you all for sharing your traditions and events with us, as well as sharing your institutions. And thank you to everyone for tuning in and viewing this. At the conclusion of this webinar, you'll be prompted with a brief 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And also just a reminder that all of these are being recorded and will be available within about a week's time at strivescan.com/Tennessee. Thanks so much and have a great night.